Guys, Tyrannis here, and we got Red behind the camera.
What's up, guys?
Today I'm going to bring you a basic Leopard Gecko setup, and here I'm going to show you guys. This is a Leopard Gecko I have now. I got him because somebody decided to ditch him at the store I work at. And this is basically just a common, I believe it's a female Leopard Gecko. I checked her out and everything, and it looks like to me it's a female. She's really, and they took good care of her because she's nice and big, and she's really mellow. You can pet her and everything. She's actually, I don't know why they decided to just get rid of her. These guys mainly range in the wild from Pakistan all the way up to like maybe northern India. Like I said, in the wild, they're not really like in danger or anything now because they're in the pet trade and there's plenty of them. There's so many different colors now that there's no worries of them going extinct.
What do you usually feed them?
Let's start off with the feeding. You're right. Yeah. Main things you feed these guys now is going to be crickets and mealworms. That's the most common thing you can give them. Also, waxworms is another suggestion. The main thing I give them is dubia roaches. I have a colony, so that's what makes it really easy. I don't have to go out and purchase them all the time. So that's what he eats with me. But definitely crickets, so make sure crickets, mealworms. Also make sure to dust them at least weekly, or follow the guidelines on your calcium, whichever brand it is. There's like Zumed, there's Reptical, there's quite a few out there. Just follow directions. When they're babies, I know they need a little more calcium. Let's go ahead and get along with it with the cage and how I have it set up. Let's see if Red's gonna go in a little closer. Right now, this is kind of like a bow front tank, roughly like around a 10-gallon. That's usually about a minimum for like an adult leopard gecko, male or female. If you have more than one, you probably want to add like about 5 gallons, or even up to a 20 if you have two. Remember, only keep females together. If you do happen to get two males, they can fight, so usually it's worth not risking happening to get 2-3 leopard geckos. Be careful with that.
So that won't get hurt.
Yeah, males don't get along, so they have to be careful with that. Females are fine, but the problem is when they get them really young, it's kind of difficult to sex them. So it's just be careful with that. How I have mine set up, they do it really easy. If you can see along the bottom and the back here, this is basically a heat pad. It's a Zumed heat pad, and it's for like about a 10-gallon. That works to give them heat. And you plug it in, and it pretty much keeps the temperature between 88 to 90, and that's what you want to aim for with these guys. My setup is basically, make sure you put it on one end, that's how you want it. So it's right on this side. If he gets hot, he can go to the opposite end to cool down. And you can do something as simple as like paper towel on the bottom as substrate, and that's it. You can do things like carpet, you can do sand, but the safest thing is paper towel or carpet. When they're adults, you can probably do the sand, but just keep an eye on them. You want to make sure they're not swallowing sand, getting mouthfuls of it. So if your guy is not too good at eating, he's just kind of little, how can I say, his aim is off. Whenever he needs to catch a cricket or he gets a mealworm, then maybe stick to carpet or paper towel. This guy is just easy for me. I just wrap up the paper towel and replace it, and that's it.
So what will you be putting in there?
Next thing we're probably going to go over is like the hide. I know hides are probably one of the next important things you want to keep in there. So what I do, I just keep one on the hot end, on top where the heat pad is. And I give them a little tube, simple tube, a hamster tube, on the opposite end. So you can go and hide if you want he gets too hot. Definitely always make sure you have at least some water available, a little simple dish. You want to have water, and try to keep it on the opposite end of where the heat pad is. That way the water doesn't evaporate too fast. And then just decorate it, have fun with it. So I like to put a little plant. Just put a little plant here, another little plant there, and boom, we're done. Definitely when you have a heat pad, always try to have a thermometer. Anything is better than nothing. There's some that have probes, or there's some that stick onto the back. What I do with these, let's say if I don't have the one that has a probe, I'll just throw it in a little hide for a little while, and then leave it for like about 5 minutes, and then get the temperature. There's also other ones like the little strip thermometers. Same thing. The main thing is you want, in my opinion, is try to know what temperature he's at. You always want to be able to see what the heat pad is heating up to. If you don't know what temperature you're at, then you're not doing the right thing. Because if you don't know what temperature he's at, you don't know if he's digesting, you don't know if he's too hot or too cold, and then there's going to be an issue. So it's better to avoid having any issues in the future, and just try to know what temperature this tank is in.
Alright, what kind of lighting do you have for your pet?
You can add like a UV light, but technically it's not necessary. The heat pad generally does enough, so that's really all you would need as far as lighting or even heating goes. definitely a really good choice if you've never had a leopard gecko. Really easy. These guys are nocturnal, so don't expect too much activity during the day. At night is when they're coming out and always looking for food and stuff. So that's another thing you have to keep in mind. Definitely, and then always try to have some sort of lid. This is an old aquarium lid. This is what the cage came with. But any lid, as long as you have it that can fit on top, keep it secure, is really important. But this is how I set up my tank garden. It's really easy, nothing too complicated, and that's pretty much about it, guys. Take it easy, alright?
Alright, have a good one, guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you like the video. Yeah, so please give us a like too. So, alright, have a good one, guys.